And looks like I am live now. One of these days I'm going to figure out this whole streaming thing. I'm not the best at it, but we'll work on it, you know. Alright, so to kick things off, we're at the scrap pack right now. We're going to put on our flight mode so I can fly around and show you a little bit. That's the full scrap pack right there. Tons of buildings I've made for it. And then this is where you actually start it to get the scrap cars at, is over in this section. Do a little speed boost really quick. So how it kind of works is, for the refugees, when they're coming in, they either go left to be processed or go right if they got a car. And then we will process their car. And this little fill type right here, this is where it is. We're just gonna buy production, pretty cheap. Go to manage, press OK, and it should be already making it. We're gonna go change output to spawning. And now scrap cars should be spawning over there, so we will check that out. Hey, what's going on, everybody? There's a little delay on my stream for some reason. I see chat, but I'm getting there. How you doing, Mark? Good to see you, buddy. Glad you caught me. And then Joe Braxton Anders. I'm only gonna be on for about an hour. I just didn't have any motivation to make any mods. It's kinda gets hard sometimes to be in the editor so much. I just kinda needed to take a break and play the game. Like, I know everybody wants mods, but man, I might burn myself out if I keep pushing hard like this. So let's get in the wheel loader. And the big goal today is to make sure my scrap pack still works, because I made this well over a year ago. But who knows if there's things that Giants did that made it not work. So let's go grab some scrap cars. Oh, I should get comfortable so my back doesn't hurt. Alright. I'm not the best farmer, so just to pre-warn you guys. There we go. That's how you open that up. Okay, we need some cars to spawn here. Let's see where we're at with it. Oh, it's gonna take a minute. Let's speed up time a little bit. I want some cars to scrap. Keep going. Come on, baby. Keep scrapping. Yeah, Joe, it gives me a time to like think of other stuff. My biggest problem is when I start playing, I want to open the editor and change something. So then, yeah, I kind of end up hosing myself. I get way overburdened with projects. And pretty sure I have ADHD because I just keep making. I don't ever stop. I should take a break sometimes. Boop, boop. Alright, I think we're full enough to try that out. Let's do a little mic check and sound test. Nothing's, do I sound okay? Am I too loud? Is the background too loud? You guys let me know. I'm a terrible farmer. I'll just tell you that right now. Give me your car. This is the one I like. I think the one I like is the for tools. Is it under here? It's under scrap pack. Scrap pack. Okay, we got the I-beams, the smelter, got big red, and the pallet fork. I want the pallet fork because this is how I cheat. Terrible farmer. Terrible. Just let you know. We spawned it. Pretty well. It's way over here. Let's see. Grab this pallet fork. The reason we're grabbing this pallet fork is it has this tension belt on it. It just makes for picking up these cars a lot easier. We're gonna go grab some cars really quick and throw them in the ASR. I might have to buy that production too. Quite a bit of investment to actually start scrapping cars now that I think about it. Cheating, right? Oh, maybe. Very much so cheating. Alright, we'll go. I think if I take him there right now before buying it, it'll just direct sell it. We don't want that, so I need to buy the production here. Ooh, quite a bit. 800,000. But I mean, this is a good money maker. I have to say, you know, you get gold and all sorts of other stuff. Take that here and we'll start to dump. Alright, those guys are done. Now the reason why I only have 2 cars in here is because you can only assign 1 pallet to each kind of fill type, and this car is considered a pallet. So if I add more different looking cars, I would have to add more fill types, which I don't want to burn up. You're only allowed to like 250 or 256 or something like that, different fill types in a map. So I just don't want to burn them up with, because not everybody's into this. Come on, I want both cars. Give me both. There we go. Nice cheating. Well, thank you for that, Joe. Oh wow, we can't pick up both cars. Check. Got to put a weight on the back of this bad boy. Just got the last one. That's kind of lame. Oh no, our tires are getting crunched. Okay. Gonna load this bad boy up. Quite a few of these, so we have lots of ASR to work with. ASR stands for Automotive Shredded Residue. I tried to do a lot of research on these before I made this mod, and tried to get everything right. You know, I don't work in a scrapyard, but as it breaks down, like the windows disappear, the tires fall off. It's these white cars. I'm going to go in and check those out. See, this is what happens is I get going and I'm like, why is the weight on that so high? Shouldn't be that heavy. There we go. Yeah, give it to daddy. Daddy. Totally unrealistic. That's the name of the game. But we need ASR so I can start the other parts. Start grinding those up. Alright, let's go check our production and Alright, we are ASR. We are scrapping cars and turning it into automotive shredded residue right now. And let's actually just change this to spawning pallets. It needs power. We gotta go get some power. So on all these placeables, there's this thing called the Power Pro, and as it has power, this little green bar will go up. There's no green bar there right now. Some of these have a bit of an error to where it's showing the green bar without. I guess this one. Yeah, Joe, it's been a hot minute. I haven't really been on YouTube much though. It's just kind of see this is the one right here with the error I gotta fix, where it's below the thingy. Hey Tony, you're raiding me, huh? I raided you earlier. Just testing out the scrap pack right now and making sure it all works because it's been well over a year since I've worked on it. But we need to go to Power Pro over here and make sure we got some power distributing out from our solar panels. This is all included in that scrap pack. Do I want to buy it? Yeah, man, that's okay. So that's just under $1 million for those two to get started. Set that to just distributing. This is automatic. The minute you buy it, it should start just activating it, but we're gonna change this to distributing. So now that should go to where we need it. No, the Terraform only works with a 16x Terraform, which I do have one, and I have a buddy of mine that's helping me dial it in because I did put these underground mines on here. See, this is what happens. I get distracted, and then I never get my initial project done. But let's run over here really quick, and I'll show you what my plans are. Because this doesn't really have any terraform in it. This just uses a chainsaw. It's a collapsed mine. Use a chainsaw. Let's buy a chainsaw real quick. Oh, I don't own this land. You gotta own the land. Okay. Yes, I'm allowed to cut this tree. Turn our speed down because I'm running way too fast. I know, it's a chainsaw on steel. I have a blowtorch that I found a 3D model from like from Battlegrounds or something like that. Or not Battlegrounds, from Battlefield the game. The little torch the engineer uses. And I am going to put that in here as kind of a chainsaw. I haven't figured out how to make it do sparks instead of sawdust. So I'm kind of working with that. But after you have that kind of stuff, you can sit there and work on these. And the same goes for this wall right here. This is all cuttable. Sometimes you gotta do it from a distance. This is how you get access to this area. A little finicky because the game thinks there's trees here, but it works. It works to unblock it, and now we could get you could do the rest of them there. Once you get back in here, you have all these stones and lumbers, and each one of these are attached to a tree of some sort. Hi, glitchy tree. Oh, it's the little things like that that I gotta fix. But once you get in here, you can basically clear yourself a path that goes back for quite a ways with some complex, almost puzzles on how to get back in there. Alright, let's, got distracted. I have ADHD really bad. Let's go show you the Terraform. It still needs a lot of work on here, like all this hill right here and everything like that. I'm just trying to not get to pulled all over the map and just work on sections of it right now because it is just me doing this. So a little bit every day goes a long ways. But this is one of the Terraform locations. RCG did put out a 16x map Terraform, and that's actually what we're editing to do this. But you would dig this out. If I can show you the inside. I know it looks a little weird. But under the green ground, there is an entire collapsed mine in there that you can dig out. Use Terraform. You can turn the mine into whatever you want, you know, whether it's a coal mine or whatnot. And there's another one over here as well that digs right out into... this is the coal mine from Battlegrounds. This one you can dig out right here in this hole. You can see it. It kind of the same thing. It goes back in there a little ways with the hole covered entry. And I put another rock there that way you couldn't dig too low. Yeah, that's where you're going to be using Terraform. So let's get back over here to the scrap cars. Saving content. I guess this is a good time to remind you guys to hit the like if you're enjoying this. I normally don't stream a whole lot because I like to make mods. I'm not necessarily a streamer. Everybody says I need to, but not really. Never been my thing really. Now we should be able to create the ASR. We still don't have electric charge in here. Cycling the electric charge. Solar power. Distributing. It doesn't distribute soon. Maybe, oh, maybe it's a time thing. Building storage, yes, so there's still no power in there yet. Nothing, nothing. There we go. Now we got some electric power in here. It took a minute. As you can see, that little power bar popped up. You can always check it from the production menu, but if you want to go through and visually see it, there's your visual cue. Now this is going to be making ASR, and ASR is spawning back out here. These are my ASR pallets. Just a pile of automated shredded residue. You know, it has rubber in it. It has, what else? Steel fibers, fabric. So let's take one of these, and next we're going to drop it in the MRF. This is a material recycling facility. MRF is what they call it. And there's two loading points. You can load right here in front, or if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, you can bring it up here and drop it in the bucket. I 3D modeled all this stuff to kind of look like the MRF that I saw in real life. So let's buy this bad boy now. Keeping track of how much money. So I think we just hit $1 million that we had to pay to get. Yeah, Mark, I went pretty simple with the ASR pallets. I mean, the stock in-game box that they provide is adequate enough. It's just one process between here. You'll see once we get later on down there, I have some super cool custom pallets. I don't know if you guys have played with this yet, but we actually have a pot carrier that allows you to smelt steel and stuff. So let's put our ASR in here. It's gonna... I guess we could probably set this to distributing. You guys don't want to watch me pick up pallets constantly. Let's do that instead. But at least you kind of see how the process works. You gotta bear with me if I forget how something works. So automotive, so here's the MRF, material recycling facility. We want to process automotive shredded residue, and we'll get 500 plastic. We will get 1,000, what is that stuff? Metal mixture. and then 400 dirty rubber, and 300 broken glass. So let's go to our scrap place. Refugee impoundment. No, not that one. Scrap cars. So automotive. Let's change this to distributing. And just for the heck of it, because we're cheaters, if you don't want to have to like pick up all those cars all the time, you want stuff to be automated, you could set this to distributing as well. Distributing. So now we should be all stacked out pretty good. We'll turn that speed time up a little bit so we can get some goodies going. I think this is working now. Nope. We're missing some power in here. Missing some power. There we go. Now we got power. You see the bottom left corner, we're making metal mixture, dirty rubber, and broken glass. Sweet deal. So let's see, what should we start with? Should we start with the metal mixture, the dirty rubber, or the broken glass? That's a tough one. So the metal mixture we're going to have to take to a magnetic separator. Oh, I forgot to turn off the time. We're about ready to get dark on us, aren't you? Let's do some cheat codes to change the time, because nobody likes watching somebody play a game in the dark. Where's my time set? There it is. 7. Let's look here and see what we can spawn. We got open production menu. No, Joe, I haven't tried that out yet. I'll have to look into it and see how it works. I usually get so busy with my own stuff that I don't have time to check out other people's stuff, but I'll definitely look into it. So the MRF is going to be metal mixture right here. So we're going to nope, we want to spawn one. That way I can show you guys what it looks like. It's getting simple here, because a lot of these pallets are just like one-time use. Little funky right there, huh? Alright, so this guy, this gets tricky here. Now you can either walk it up here and put it in this way here, or one thing I like to do is put the store right here. I go into here and do the belt systems. I think it's this guy. Yeah, this one. Well, thanks for that compliment, Joe. And I'll have to check out his stuff. I love other stuff that's different than just farming. Like, I don't know. Been following me a while. You kind of learned that I don't do much farming stuff. We gotta turn off flight mode because you can't enter vehicles while flight mode. A little bit more. There we go. Perfect. All right, now we don't. Now we can be lazy. Kumbaya. Oh, we're selling. Oh, darn it. I didn't buy this. I made this whole little model right here from scratch. I'll just kind of... Most of the stuff in this pack I made from scratch. Yeah, we want to purchase it, and we're going to open up the production menu. So right now we're playing around with metal mixtures. So that metal mixture is going to make 50 of the steel scrap. It looks like 220 of the copper scrap, 100 of the gold scrap, and 100 of the aluminum scrap. Perfect. Well, let's start doing that. We gotta wait for some power to distribute over here now too. So, looks like we gotta speed up time just a hair again until we start getting power in here. And we'll probably set set it to distribute on this guy too. Since I showed you how to dump it in there, now we can just be lazy. You know, it's cool like the first 20 times you do it, and then trust me, you'll you'll start doing it my way. We're gonna change output to distributing. We're actually just gonna change all these because it will spawn. No, not sell. I want to keep the glass. It will distribute out to the other ones. That way, by the time we get to them, they're already ready. Already ready. I don't even know if you can use that in that context. Cool. So what a magnetic separator does, it basically rolls in here and it separates the fabric and all that kind of stuff from the. See, so there is actually wool fibers. There's also some other fabrics. When you slice up tires, there's actually some what they call dirty rubber in the salvage industry. So this magnetic separation separates out the little bit of metal that's in there, the little bit of fabric, and then gives you back clean rubber. And it looks like we're boogieing on this. We got the copper scrap, gold scrap, aluminum scrap. Oh, missing materials again. Guys, forwarding. Love to actually go delete some of the placeables that I'm not using right now. That way it makes it a little simpler to find stuff. There's the MRF. Those are all distributing. We're going to change output on that to distributing. Blanks. I don't remember what blanks were. It's been a while. Alright, so that guy's set up, and that is spawning. If you wanted to spawn the metal mixture, you would. Which actually is fun. Let's spawn the metal mixture. Or not metal mixture, the steel. And let's go do the steel now. We're still waiting on more metal mixture. Well, hurry up, game. Should be bookend. Should be done by now. We got mods to make, man. We don't got time to waste for you to speed up your life. Clutch. I'm so bad with names. I've been doing this for 7 years, so I forget names very often. Gaming Joy. I'll have to check out him too. We got something to spawn here. Yeah, that's enough to. We're gonna spawn like 5 pallets. Let's go 5 pallets. Alright, now we spawn 5 pallets. This is steel scrap. And the steel scrap is going to go. We got 2 different options here. One, I have a blast furnace that you would bring your steel here, and it will make these big pots that come out right here. And then the next option I have is the steel. What's the name of this thing? I obviously don't have an info trigger. I gotta start a little notepad here for all the issues I'm running into. Steel scrapper, no info box, check. Okay. You gotta bear with me because that's actually what this is. It's a test and tune. Ooh, it's so pretty out. There's all the lights that go with it. Cool, I appreciate it, Joe. Yeah. I keep messing with the times this month of time again. So here is let's do this guy. Buy the production. Now we're up to 2 million that we've spent to do this. You don't need to do this route. You can buy the blast furnace over here. But this is the slag pot carrier that we'll be using very shortly. We need to get some pots first though. Let's go grab the steel scrap. Yeah. You're running too fast. You would just drive it up here, and it starts to drop in this bad boy. This thing fills up as you go. And this does have a little animation on it. Giants really limits us on our ability to do animations, but goes down, grabs the scoop, goes over to the pot, dumps in the pot. Now we're gonna close the pot. Let's go look at the production really fast. You can also offload right here. No, this is the offloading for the power. That's what this is. I need to turn off that save thing really fast because that's gonna get super annoying. I think every streamer has that issue. So we can do molten steel. There's a couple different types of molten steel because I have I-beams small and I have I-beams large, and then I have steel scrap. So we're gonna do steel scrap one. This guy to distribute all of its power. Give me all your power. I feel like I need to just run around the map and buy everything real quick so we're not waiting on power constantly. Give that an hour to cruise. Buy this one too, so that's 2 million. Buy this one too. As you see, there's a lot of placeables we're going to be covering today. See if I can get them all done in an hour. I got stuff I got to do. Buy this one too. Oh, I forgot I got to climb all the way up the stairs to go buy you. Come on, let me up there. Buy you too. Come on, alright. Bought that one, bought that one, bought that one. Check, check, check. Got that one. This one we need to buy. This one's fun. Once we get to here, you guys will be like, "Whoa, that's neat." I think so. And there's another one over here we gotta buy. There's a lot in this pack. Whoa, we're up to like 3.4 million to buy all that stuff. Oh, we're gonna need something eventually. Oh, you can buy this one too. This is where you make the ingots for the gold and aluminum and stuff like that. So I think we should have power now at the furnace, at the steel scrapping furnace. It's actually melt steel using electricity. I can find it, and it's gonna spawn the slag pot right there. Manage production. Molten steel. We have a little bit of molten steel. I need a lot more scrap steel. Automotive shard residue, mixed metals. Okay, we need to change that to distributing. Distributing more. Okay, I think we should be getting our steel scrap in here again. I keep having to change the time because of Having to speed it up so everything gets in its proper holes. Look at that. Alright, molten steel. We're up to 9,000 liters. That is enough to spawn a pallet. Now let's spawn some molten steel. Yeah, Tony, it's a lot, man. Trust me, my head explodes whenever I try to explain it to people. I kind of make it too complex, but it's a simulator, so I tried to follow scientific research on making the scrap pack. Let's spawn however many pallets I can spawn. Sure. No, I think it's just 2 pallets. Alright, so we have 2 molten steels. Ooh, can't get up there. Look at it. If you look at the lava, the molten steel or whatever, it's moving. Yeah, that's nifty, right? Alright, so the pickup points for this are on the sides here. These little hooks. So now that we have that, let's grab this guy. It's the slag truck. Yeah, I did some really neat, some intense texturing to get that to look decent. And we forgot to turn the speed down again, so it's already getting dark again. The life of a modder. I'm not the best farmer, remember that. There we go. Alright, now we're hooked up. We can put the slag truck in the back of the... Oh, wrong button. Whoa, that was fast. Alright, now we're in. We're in like Slim. What should we do first? I'll wait for chat. Should we do large I-beams? Or should we do the roly-poly steel? The steel that rolls down the little thing up there. I'll wait in chat. I gotta wait for it to catch up, I guess. I thought this was kind of neat. It took me a little while to figure out how to, because that's actually a pallet. Still waiting in chat. Should we do large I-beams? And I'm talking large. They're really big. Well, they're both steel, Mark. So. Alright, we bought this one already, right? Just making sure we did buy it. Okay, we did buy it. One produces steel I-beams and one produces like a steel roll that they put like on a big lathe and they make strips out of it. I definitely feel like I have some unique content compared to everybody else. Oh, everybody else is just farming. I've been watching everybody's streams the last couple days and I'm like, oh, you guys are all just farming. I guess this is a farming game. Somebody needs to remind me of that. And dumping in. Alright, molten steel's in there. Now we can... Oh, this didn't... So when I'm gonna have to replace this whenever I do this on the map, like when it's a normal placeable, it actually edits the terrain so it fits normal. There's usually a big hole right here with some water and stuff in there to cool the steel. This is just a map placement issue that I gotta work on. But now that we have that in there, let's check out the production menu really quick. I-beams, large casting I-beams. Oh, we need water. Just one more freaking thing we need. Alright, so over to Water Pro. I have 2 packs in here. I have the Power Pro, right? It's just the power, and then I have the Water Pro. And these will, obviously this requires energy. Just one more thing you gotta buy. Alright, we're up to like 3.4 million to get this all going. So let's go to Manage, Open Production Menu, City Water. And we can create wastewater, which, oh sorry, the wastewater you get from the residential places, obviously like their poop and their runoff and stuff like that. And then you use a little bit of electricity and you can extract the sulfur out of that to make acid. But for right now, we are just going for the water. And it looks like we have to wait till the game gives us some power here. So do the whole fast forwarding time thing again. Electric charge, cool. We can slow it down now. And then change the time so it's not so dark. Alright, we got water going now. We have electric power going now. And I have to cough because my voice is starting to be weird. Yep, we're fixed. Alright, now let's spawn. Now let's... Can we make it now? Oh, we haven't got water yet. Probably gonna... Yeah, Tony, if you do a stream of this, you're definitely gonna have to preset all this stuff up. So you're not having to fast forward time like me constantly. We're just waiting for this bad boy to get some water. There we go, now we got water in here. And we are producing steel I-beam large. As soon as we have a full pallet, quote unquote, speed it up a little bit. I think it's 2,000 liters. Oh, we are short just a hair. We need another... Oh, I have the molten steel set to distributing. Cool. That saved our butt a little bit. Yeah, I don't really use the easy dev at all. I just know all the codes there in the dev controls that makes it simple for me. Alright, just dumping all that in there. I think, yep, we have enough to spawn an I-beam now. Sweet. Spawn one. Spawn items. Okay. And the idea here is you bring a truck and trailer, so let's truck and trailer over here really quick. Need a low loader. Let's do... Can't remember which one's long enough to do this. Yeah, I definitely know it can. I know the codes to just add fill type stuff too, but for stream wise, it's just kind of nice to watch how the whole process works. So if anybody has any questions, I can just refer them back to this video and be like, hey, look. Except when my brain doesn't work and then I forget what I was doing. I need that cheap truck. We're gonna hook up and then pull the trailer right next to that I-beam. This is kind of how I had it set up. These I-beams are a little ridiculously large. A little bit. Okay, a lot. I'll admit it's a lot. But, you know, if you're gonna do it big, I guess. We didn't attach. Gonna be straight enough. No, I'm a terrible driver. Oh no. Don't you get stuck. This is why I never can do live streams actually playing the game. Horrible driver. I guess I could switch over to a controller like everybody else does, instead of using the mouse and keyboard. close enough. Now we are. Yeah, a little bit closer. Oh, oh man, messed up the whole process. Sorry, truck. I really made a number here with this thing. So when this thing spawns in, there is a little button right here that should allow you, oh, except I'm picking stuff up. I can't remember where the trigger was. Ah, push, there we go. So the trigger's right there. It was just dinking up because I had the thing. It's probably gonna catch. Nope. Oh, darn it. It's a little too high. It's been a year or so since I've done that, but it used to push right onto the trailer. And you could load one up. Good enough for me. Now, what do you do with these, you may ask? Not a clue yet. Sell them. You can you can melt them. I was using this in a, if we go into my little tab here, we go to scrap pack, you can actually do I-beam foundations. But these are just for, oh, I don't know the land here. Oh, let's remember to turn that off right now. Okay, we're not going to do anything else until I turn that off. Autosave off. No, 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 don't care. There we go. Now we can buy the land. 40, check, buy the land. Go back to our scrap pack. And we're actually going to place this foundation somewhere that isn't going to be in the way. Put it right here. There is another scrap pack. There is another I-beam creator that's large. This is, okay, here's the small one. That one right there. So we know that's working. I might have to adjust the trailer just a hair, or not the trailer, but the ramp that pushes it. Yeah, it's just a little too low. I have to fix that, put that on my list really fast. Ramp for I-beam too low. Check. It's like we're stolen Molten, storing the molten steel. So we are going to spawn one of these really fast. Take it over here. Oh, test this out. This is 5.6 tons. You're gonna pour it into here. I know, the pot's a little heavy. I do have some smaller pots that I made that work just the same as this. And you can't open up the caster. And you can see we've just casted a very small I-beam. We'll put a manage production point, and now that we have I-beams in here, change output to spawning. I need to turn up the time a little bit. Can't don't know where they spawn at, but they spawn. Anytime now. I think we gotta turn the production on. Giants really needs to fix like the menu. This menu is horrible for finding stuff. It really is bad. Sheet casting, metal casting, I-beams. I think that one's the one. Yep. Don't have it on, so let's activate it. There we go. And as they spawn, let's turn the time down. They're red for a second. And we take this guy, smaller version of this. We're gonna go over to this. This is basically just a silo that we're going to right now. And as you put the stuff in it, it'll build a wall up. I can't remember where the drop point was. Silo's empty. Oh, there it is right there. Yeah, we gotta put a lot more in. It's right under this trigger right here. So this is actually where we bring the planks and the wood. And you can build your wall, and I planned on doing some bigger things like this. Put these far away, didn't we? I doubt we're gonna make it all the way over there without dropping that other one. Yep. Oh. I'm a super fast runner. Yeah, get over there. Yeah. Oh. Charlie, we threw the I-beam. I mean, it takes quite a bit to raise it up, but eventually it will raise up fully and make you a little wall. You can go through there and do that quite a bit. Next up, let's do the rolly one. And let's actually use the slag cart, because I think it's kind of neat. It doesn't get nearly as much love as it should from me. It should. Do molten steel storing. I'm gonna say distributing. No. We're gonna spawn it. Running low on steel scrap though. What's the hiccup? Automotive shred residue. That's making metal mixture. This just isn't going fast enough, is what it is. Metal mixture goes to the MRF. So where's the MRF at? That is the MRF. We need to go to the magnetic separation, so metal mixtures. Rubber's starting to get kind of high. Just sell that so it doesn't get over. Oh, not spawning, selling. Give it a little speed boost. I definitely would say there's a, see, we haven't even got to the copper stuff yet. This is two different mods for the copper, because you have impure copper sheets, and then you're going to have your pure ones. So this is the one that pours it, and then in order to purify the copper, you have to take it to the electrolysis and do that. Alright, we got a pallet yet? Alright, now that we got a big pallet, let's turn the time down, get this bad boy, and go see how hard it is. Now, when I first designed this next one, I didn't have this slag cart designed. So one day I'm going to redo the ramp on that thing, because it has to have a ramp for the dynamic to happen that you're going to see here in a minute. It's kind of cool. Go like this, back her on up. Make sure our thingy-majiggy's loaded all the way down. Okie dokie, Uncle Okie. Cruise on over here. I don't think we'll be able to back up. Maybe. Let's try it first. I think I might be too wide. This is definitely an edit that I know I need to make on this thing. It's just really kind of a pain in the butt to get up here. I don't know. Yep. Not so much. Put that on my list. Ramp to roll steel. Alright. Let me up. Let me up there. You are just gonna frustrate me. Well, pooey on you then. I think about you and all your problems, huh? Yeah, that's right. Take that. Ain't gonna, no, don't go roll down the hill. Come on, baby. Oh, it's so heavy. There we go. Oh, man, I am jacking this up. The stream has gone sideways, literally. I give up. I totally give up. It doesn't fit up there. Check. I do believe you can offload right here, though. I think I foreseen this. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I created an offload thing right here. But, you know, with the slag truck, you should be able to drive all the way up there. So I'll be designing some new ramps to this. Okay, now that we're... I guess we can move this guy out of the way so I can access the... Access this. Go manage production point, open. Now, it is making steel rolls already. So let's go open the gate. What do you mean gate, Lambo? Well, this thing, let's take a close look at it really fast. There's this ramp that goes all the way down here. And there's this big scary looking mouth. I think I even got some let's look at that. I got some fans cruising on there. We're gonna activate the button and then I'll fly up there and you can look at it go. Open. Okay, once that opens up, in here is where it spawns the pallet. And as you put molten steel in, you'll start to see it in the little pour area right there. So let's spawn this in now. Open, change output. We're gonna go spawning, and then we're gonna run over there really quick so you can see it. Probably not gonna make it. There it is. Here they come. Here they come. Here come the rollies. Boink, boink. I need something to stop them though, because you'll just get a pile of these over here. It took a while to get those collisions just right to where it would just make them. These are steel rolls. Another production point for making a different type of metal that I planned on adding into this pack. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. We should probably open and close it. There's some random balls in here that you can play with if you're bored. Everybody likes to play with balls. That sounded dirty. Sorry. Everybody likes to play with a ball. Okay, what's next in this? Copper now. Now we need to get into the copper. In order to do the copper scrap, I don't think we can do it at the steel place over here. Molten steel, yep. So we can't do copper here. We're gonna do copper over at the blast furnace. Let's go take a look over here. Production point, molten copper. Oh, we already have some. Look at that. Look at that. So let's do this. I think I put glass pallets in here. But let's just change this. We're gonna spawn like 2 of them just to check it out. Oh, I hit an hour. I was only gonna stay on for an hour, but we still got more of this mod to check out, so I doubt anybody would put this much effort into it. It's kind of the same ordeal. You're gonna have some molten copper, and I believe it gets taken over here. Yes. And it creates impure copper sheets. Ugh. Are we empty yet? Are we empty yet? Are we empty yet? Nope. Not yet. This could really use some molten textures in there. I'm gonna add that to my list. Copper. Okay. Well, since we got this open and we got a little bit in there, let's go to our productions, sheet casting. So you can make steel sheets, you can make impure copper sheets. Let's do that, especially since we have just enough molten copper to do that. And then we are going to impure copper sheets. We're going to change output mode and click that to spawning. So when it's ready, let's go into here. Can't recall where it spawns it at, if it spawns it to the left right here, or if it spawns it over here. It's hard for me to help you guys if I don't remember how my mod works, huh? There isn't a ton of animations on this one. I think I have that blocked. Yep, there's a big old collision right there, that's why. What are we doing? Oh, we're getting close on some copper sheets. There we go. So there's our impure copper sheets, I believe. These guys are not ready for the big league yet, so in order to do that, we are going to need to take these. I have them marked up here. Impure, the little sign. Next, we're going to take that to the electrolysis station. And we'll dump that in here. And we'll do a little, oh, we're having some straps. Copper sheets pallet issue. Fill types. Tension belt. CPU mesh flag. Okay, that's easy fix. Put that in my list. PU mesh tag. Copper sheets. Check. Oh, impure copper sheets. Impure. I bet you the same error is on the other one as well. Yeah. So, this is supposed to be like an electrolysis station. It dips it in there. And then it'll start creating your pure copper sheets. I think we might have to have acid for this copper sheets right here. So we are using either acid or we can use water. If you use acid, you get a little bit more. You could probably boost that. We could probably do 2,000 sheets if you used acid. But we do have water in here, so we will actually just change this to spawning. you can sit there and move these all you want if you want to do this all by hand. We just don't have time for that. It's already been an hour and I haven't done any of that, so this will give you plenty of days worth of work to play around with. Might get our first pallet right here. Yep. Now this is the pure ones. These are worth some pretty good money. We're gonna, glass does the same thing. We would bring, I think we have, did we set the glass up for distributing? I keep getting whiffs of my girlfriend's perfume and it's driving me nuts. I don't know, I think the glass comes from the MRF. Let's check this one really quick. Production menu. Yes, broken glass distributing. Sweet. Aluminum scrap. We're just gonna change everything. Distribute. No, not sell. Distributing. Distributing. Planks distributing. Okay, check. Oh, I forgot about the chemical factory. Hey Sean. Yeah, it's totally possible. I just get kind of, in order to do that, I had to like refresh my memory on what this pack was and what I made with it. Like, yeah, I made it, but I made it a long time ago, and I haven't played with it very much, so I kind of forgot the process. And once you start diving into the code, it's, I don't know, I get kind of overwhelmed. I know I know it seems like I know what I'm doing, but sometimes my brain pops. Alright, open this. This makes, this is the chemical factory. So in order to do that, we need sulfur. Gosh, man. Geez, Lambo, you made this super confusing. Change this to distributing. And if we can remember how to get sulfur, we get sulfur from the wastewater, right? Check our menu. I should probably definitely go through and make a better tutorial on using this thing because it is very complex. So we have wastewater here. In order to get wastewater, I think we're actually going to have to buy one of these placeables down here. Now it is in the store. I've made one, but I also installed a bunch on this map. It is a rental house. And we're just going to offer free rent to these people here for letting us try out their place. So this is my rental house. Get up here, manage production. Okay, rental house. That is not the rental house. Oh, no issue there, huh? An error that popped up? Oh, look at that big fat error that popped up. Local production. Okay, so it does not like this version. I gotta figure out what's wrong with that. Something not working on that one. But it's not doing it on my other ones, which is odd. Apartment complex. I'm gonna put that on my list. A rental house. Rental house error. So all this stuff was error-free a year ago. But this is why we gotta go through and test stuff, because stuff breaks. I mean, giants break stuff. Yeah. So I don't think we have the error now. I'll have to scroll all the way back to the... Yeah, this one works just fine, which is weird because it's supposed to be an identical copy of what we have the other ones. So whatever, I'll have to fix it. It's not too big of a deal. This is the start of the apartment complexes and the rental houses. And in order to create recyclables, which is how you get more scrap and stuff like that. So these are recyclable 1, 2, the T1, T3, T2. It's like different tiers of as you bring goodies to them. So with this first one, we just have to bring them water and some power, which is pretty simple. It actually should start auto sending that stuff here. And then it immediately is going to give us some recyclables and wastewater. And we want that wastewater to just start distributing out to where we need it. I kind of want to see the recyclables. And then as we go down, you can see right here where it says consumer goods, we'll be able to get recyclable 2s. And then consumer goods 1, you'll get recyclables 2. And consumer goods 2, you will get recyclables 3. And then once you get to the very max and you're able to get recyclables 3, you'll get government grants, which will allow you access in this map to the president, because this is actually a very enclosed area we're in. You can see that big, huge wall. There's no way to get out of it besides using a boat, unless you bring the president some, the U.S. grants and stuff like that, and then you'll get access to opening up the doors. There's a bunch of doors over here. For example, we'll show you. Run all the way.
Attention! Only the president can authorize the opening of this gate.
So when you bring him enough grants, this isn't fully implemented in the map yet. But it's almost working. But once you bring him enough grants, he'll allow you access to get in here and use this gate, just like this one over here. And then there is also a bigger gate right here that will open up to you as well. So that's the idea behind the scrap pack in this one. That way we can. Is it this one we bought? We bought this one, right? Running way too fast. Production, open production. Still haven't gotten any water and stuff in here. Because we need to speed up time a little bit. Oh, I hope everybody's having a good day. There we go. And we wanted to spawn the recyclables, so we're gonna wait till it's about 1,000 and then we'll spawn one. I think it's 1,000. It might be 2,000 liters for that one. But it is producing wastewater already. You can see that there. And that wastewater is how we will get acid. And then once we have the acid, we'll be able to do the copper. Which consumer goods, you're going to start getting into where you need the copper and you need the glass and stuff like that. Have these guys. Let's spawn a pallet just to check it out. And then after we spawn a pallet, let's go distributing. Pallet. So here's the trash can. Recyclables T1. And we would take this to the, I do believe it is the MRF. Recyclables 1 right here. So now that's going to start loading up, and recyclable 1s is going to give you the plastics, the aluminum, the dirty rubber, and some fabric. Now that that's cruising, let's let that, we can even, there's another one over here we can buy and set up that way. Oh, there's a fence there. And another one over here. Buy this one, get this one set up too. Distributing. Alright, we'll let those run for a little bit. Change my time up just a hair. Go back over to the scrap pack. Got the copper sheets, got all that kind of stuff. That should be going to the MRF. Though the MRF is way overloaded right now. MRF doesn't have any T2 recyclables yet. Still waiting. Missing material. I got 5 people watching and 5 views with an average view duration of 8 minutes and 28 seconds. With an excellent connection. Cool. Cool. Oh, sweet. We have some recyclables in here now, so we can turn our time down so we don't run out of daylight again and again and again. So there's another facility right here where we actually, it's like our warehouse. Alright, so we're just under 4 million now just under 4 million now. This is where you make your consumer goods production, and you can kind of see what all it requires. So in order to hit the consumer good 1, you have to bring them clothes, which you get from the fabric that we saw earlier from the MRF. The MRF will give you out some fabric and stuff like that. You'll have to take that to a tailor and have him make it, and then you'll need rubber. War Dogs mod. Are you talking about the war pack that I added to the Minor Delight? There, Sean. We'll get back on this really quick while we're waiting for him to respond. So, in order to get, so we got to make a tailor to make the clothes, and then we're going to need aluminum ingots as well. This is complex. This is too complex. Who the hell would play with this mod? I don't blame you guys. This is yeah, I was planning on adding more stuff to the war pack. I just haven't yet. I got really distracted by this map. This map takes a lot out of me, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so T1 recyclables. This is making that fabric. And the fabric is distributing. It's not distributing out because we don't actually have a tailor. Now you can just use the stock in-game tailor. Factories, wherever it is. Spinnery? Was it Spinnery, right? No. Can't remember. Yeah, this mod's complicated, Sean. I don't know who the heck would play with it. We need the tailor. Where's the tailor at? Spinnery. Not the Spinnery. Tailor. Probably dumb. Don't play this game enough. Take the fabric to a tailor. Not greenhouses, not generators. I figured that would be under tailor. Spinnery. Tailor shop. There we go. Sorry, that was painful. I went right by it a couple times, didn't I? Just like a doofus. So you guys all know how this works. We're not even gonna mess with it really. We're just gonna forward all the goodies to it and have it make clothes. Output distributing. So now that should be making us clothes that is distributing it out to our houses. Let's check and see what else that apartment complex needs. Apartment complex 1, 2. Consumer goods T1. So in order to get T1, or in order to get to T2, we have to get T1 consumer goods. To get T1 consumer goods, we got the clothes covered. We need the rubber covered. Rubber. Somebody's making rubber here. Who we got making rubber? Dirty rubber. Magnetic separation. Automotive residue. This is being set to distribute. Should be coming into here. So we do have a little bit of rubber. Oh, it's selling it. Yeeks. No, we wanted to. We are getting some wool. We do need a spinnery. I thought we were making it. I guess we could go up to the magnetic separator. We do get that from there. I was thinking I got fabric from one of these. Oh, yeah, I see the problem here. We don't want to be recycling our, or wait, we do. Recyclables. We're going to deactivate these until we actually get it making it. So this dirty rubber is distributing. That should go to the metal mixture running this production. So it should be getting dirty rubber in there. That dirty rubber is going to make rubber, and then we already have a bunch of wool, so we actually need a spinnery, since we looked at it like 4 times. Spinnery. That works for me. Getting tight in here. I appreciate you guys just hanging out with me, because I totally forgot how my mod works. We're going to look at this, open production point, and that wool should be coming over now, and then we're going to change this to distributing. So, okay, now I recall, the dirty rubber makes the wool makes the fabric, and the fabric puts the lotion on. I mean the fabric makes the clothes. What a complex mod. Man, my brain hurts just trying to do this. I feel bad for you guys trying to trying to do this. That's funny. We do have water. We have a little bit of waste coming through. As you can see, we're starting to stack up a little bit of sulfur here, which is perfect because then we can go to the chemical plant that's in here. And I hope I'm not being too confusing. I'm confusing myself constantly with this mod. So right now we have it. We have our sulfur coming in slowly, and then we have our acid that's being created. Acid goes to the copper, impure copper sheets. No, not that one. We can do the glass sheets. We're just going to set all these up to distributing for right now. Copper sheets, molten steel. There's a lot to set up in this thing. I can't remember which one it is, but I think we're doing wool. I just want to make recyclables level 2. That's hard. I'm not even gonna. Okay, so once we get to recyclables level 2, I actually have to do the carpentry too, because you can see we have what's that? The furniture, pain in the butt, and then furniture and gold. These people that are renting from you, they're kind of snooty. You know, they like to have gold. Sean, what did you mean ultimate tutorial? Because if you're talking about this is definitely an hour and a half long headache tutorial of super confusing moments. I need to do this mod. Just on a map, it doesn't have any extra goodies in it right now, so it doesn't get super confusing. Even for myself, it's confusing. So if it's confusing for me, then I imagine it'd be somewhat confusing for you guys. But we do want to make our recyclables, our consumer goods. So we got our rubber in there now. We're missing copper sheets. So copper sheets coming in. Oh, they're still spawning. We've been dinking ourselves the whole time. So copper sheets should be cruising off now. And then that is the aluminum ingots. Ingots. Do we have aluminum in here yet? No, we do not. Oh, we do. So the ingot area is this. God, that's really loud. But I put some pour tables in here. You got the Power Pro. This is where you make your ingots. And it does spawn pallets. Just not doing that right now. So, okay, we do have this. We're gonna put this to distributing. And we got gold going. I mean, once you get cruising in here with the automotive shredded residue, with the cars and stuff like that, there's small amounts of gold in all of these vehicles that we're constantly taking to the scrapyard, and cell phones are itty bitsy amount of gold, and that's the gold scrap. That's different from the gold nuggets that you mine on this map. But we have gold ingots. We're going to change that to distributing, and now that should put, we got copper sheets distributing, we got clothes distributing. Now we just wait. I think I got it all set up finally. Or at least the T1. Once we get into T2, it gets a little bit more complex. Molten glass. So we got plenty of, look at that, there is plenty of molten glass in here. Let's go to the glass maker, make sure the glass is cruising now. Glass sheets. Glass sheets distributing. For some reason the glass sheets isn't distributing. I think a lot of the issues I'm having right now are just because of my own stupidity. Because we're storing molten copper, storing steel, change output to distributing. Distributing is your friend. Once you start to get deep in this, distributing is your friend. So the broken glass gets turned into molten glass, and the molten glass gets turned into glass sheets. And the glass sheets require a little bit of power, which we have, and then these guys are distributing out to the consumer guys, which that's going to be level 2 that we're going to need the glass sheets, and then that other one is the steel sheets, and then the gold. So I think all that is set up for distributing right now. We just got to hop out of here and let it run for a minute using the time booster. This is the reason why I don't use the autofill dev. I want to make sure the production flow works. Looks like gold and all that stuff's missing now. But once you get it all set up, this stuff will just automatically go into the shredder on distributing. And then once it goes to the shredder, it'll go to here, to the MRF. And after the MRF, the metal mixture will go to here along with the rubber mixture. And then that forwards itself to here for steel, copper, and glass, or this one over here for the steel. Once you have it there, copper sheets, and oh, it's dark again. I bet you anything that our thing is ready for us to look at it now. Consumer goods, what are we missing? We're missing clothes. Why isn't that guy making clothes? Like, we're paying him good money. No fabric. Okay, so we missed a distributing thing somewhere on the MRF. That's distributing. Why aren't you distributing? That's storing, so we'll change that to distributing. Maybe that's our issue. I just missed the distributing. So now we should be able to get our fabric from there. Do a little speed time. Make sure it distributes properly. Do-to-do. Do-to-do. That might be enough. Oh wait, oh wait, 15 more seconds. Okay, that's good enough. We got wool in there. It hasn't made any, or maybe it has and we're just not paying attention. Okay, so we got fabric coming in now. Thank the Lord. Taylor? Nope, not yet, huh? Or it is and I don't know it. Let's go up to T2 goods. We're actually going to deactivate some of these. Consumer goods are going to the apartment complex. Cool. So it has been working. We have our T1 recyclables. So now that we have our recyclables, we can send that back to the MRF. T1 recyclable. And we have a little bit in here already, so let's actually activate that. And the T1 recyclable is going to give us access to the plastics and the aluminum scrap. The aluminum scrap makes the aluminum ingots. Then we can start working on our next little doohickey here. This is complex. Distributing, distributing. See, whenever I make a video, like a normal video that I upload on YouTube, I can hit pause when my brain doesn't work. It's a little different with the stream. So our consumer goods, we are full of everything but furniture and clothes. We're having a hiccup with the clothes. The clothes are not included in my mod, so this is giants here. Fabric. The spinnery has wool, but it says missing material. Oh wait. Running. It just doesn't stack up, I guess. I'm gonna change this just to make sure that it is creating it. Gotta make sure that this is working before I promote it out on here. Okay, so we are making fabric. Are you going to close now? Where are you distributing towards? Tell me your secrets. It's definitely not coming here. Where's it distributing to? Where are you going? Spinnery. Let's start up at the top, I guess. Scrap cars. Doot, 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 doot. Not those ones, not those ones. There. Yeah, we're still missing clothes. Doesn't seem to be... our copper sheet's running pretty good. We're getting that going. We're getting a little bit of acid from time to time. The hiccup is definitely in the apartment complex, but that's to be expected. That's kind of the slow point in this. Refugee impoundment, gold. Gets got plenty of. We got aluminum scrap coming in. We have aluminum ingots being distributed out. Metal mixtures. That's creating our wool, which is getting distributed out. Our dirty rubber coming in. That's a periodic thing. Automotive shredded residue. So the MRF is handling our T1 recyclables. Just this guy. That is making fabric. This fabric should be distributing towards the tailor shop. You know, maybe Giants has it set up to where you cannot distribute to the tailor shop, and I'll have to change that for them because I don't see what the issue is. I think they just have that turned off on the stock mod. So that's going to frustrate me just a hair. Let's recall where. No, it's definitely not going in there. Fabric, cotton. There's a ton of wool in there. Guess we're just gonna have to go to that spinnery and pull this out and drag it over. Because this is painful. That's the tailor shop. We need the spinnery over here, right? Alright, so the fabric is working. We have 569 in here. 79 or whatever. Tons of wool. Yeah, this production needs a boost bad. Giants might have shut down the distributing aspect of this, so you can't just flow the game like this. Don't worry, we'll fix that. Because it for sure has not distributed out yet to make the close. It goes really slow. I have my time at 360, and this thing is just barely doing it. This is painful. Yeah, we're gonna have to make our own little spinnery for this pack. If this is what Giants gives us, this is not enough. This is weak sauce. Not happy. Oh wow. Oh wow, we need to turn that off. Look at them all. Whoops. They're everywhere. Steel rolls spawning. Change that. Actually, we're just gonna turn this one off. Deactivate. We're losing a whole bunch of production that way. It's gonna get dark again because I've left it on speed. Just that it only did for a day. We don't even have 1,000 meters yet. Wow, this is painful. Did I add a spinnery to my version of this scrap pack? Tailor shop, consumer goods, carpentry. I might as well put down the carpentry. We don't have any wood though. It's too dark. Too dark. You know, but I think we do have one of these up here already. Yep, I do have it up here. I just gotta go buy it. We're gonna go up the hill. Let me get the rock. I'm a mountain climber. Alright. High production point. Running. Now I know we don't have any actual wood in here. That may be that might be something where we have to cheat there, Tony. I'll show you how I do that. GS production. 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 Set fill level. Nope. No, my list. There we go. My list is carpentry is 58. Oh, that's what I wanted. I wanted a set fill level. And we would do set fill level, and it is number 58. And fill type name, we're going to put all, and we're going to go 50,000. Did I do that wrong? PP identifier, fill type, all. No, I got that right. Sure, it's... Yeah, it might be a little easier to do the dev thing. Yeah, this is production 58. So, PP identifier. PP identifier is 58. It's a weird name to call it. Fill type name. Let's go wood. I don't know why I'm struggling with this so bad. PP, is it PP 58? All. I swear it was just like this. Fill type name. Oh, well, fine. Oops, wrong button. Super frustrating. Well, I didn't want to have to do this, but now I have to do this. We gotta chop down a tree. Go chop down a tree really quick and drag it over here. If you were expecting a realism stream, this is definitely not it. This is more of like a testing tune. Let me cut. Come on, Giants. You really need to figure your crap out. Whoa. I got a load for you guys. I think that's where the pallet spawned at. Dang it, it's way over here. Does it let me sell it if it's not chopped up? I don't know, I've never done that before. Store wood. Hey, it stored it. Cool, now we can get our production menu. It's going to be dark by the time I open this up again. So we want wood. We do not want planks. That's going to be making wood, and we're going to change this to distributing. Probably won't make us a ton of wood, but or a ton of those, but who knows. Let's run back down here. Working on our T2 now, and this has been a while. Barely got into T1, so this will give you something to do with your time, that's for sure. Got plenty of stuff to move around. I think this is the one. Pretty sure this is. Open production. We're still missing clothes. It's because Giants thing sucks and it doesn't accept forwarded. Yeah, so no fabric. Look at that. We're just full on fabric and it's not even distributing. Maybe we'll change it. Distributing? Maybe that'll work. Should be. I don't want to have to manually do all that. I think I'm going to update this pack and add in a spinnery that auto sends it because that is dumb. That is dumb. Activate. Distributing. That's clearly is not distributing out, so we're gonna go spawn pallets. We just need to make sure it works, you know. Visit the spinnery and we spawn some fabric, whatever it is. Go. Gotta turn our run down. It's a whoa. It's a long way over here. Why'd we put it so far? Off 16x map. Alright, Giants. Take that. Take that. You and your constant changing of my time and sky. I think it's gonna snow on us. Is it working now? Look at that. I think all that fabric bumped over to it. Look at what? So it does work. It just took forever and a day to work. Okay, I don't get you, but whatever. That's a Giants thing. We still don't have... Oh, we do have clothes. Sweet, we're starting to get some clothes. We are starting to get some clothes. And consumer good ones. It says we have enough for this production, so we're going to deactivate it and reactivate it. Maybe it'll kick off for us. It says it's forwarding it, so come on, baby. Work for me. For daddy. So clothes are going to be the hiccup. So we got our first consumer goods. Holy moly. Let's spawn it, see what it looks like. And then we're going to start distributing that. And consumer goods 1 should go to the apartment complex now. Consumer good ones, and we should be able to get recyclables T2. Might take a little bit of time. So here is your consumer goods production 1. This is a big, huge container. And good luck hauling that. That's what, you gotta have more equipment now. There's 1,000 liters in here. I think we could probably bump that up to like 5,000 liters. T1 consumer goods. Once we got T1's created, apartment complex. Wastewater. Sure our water plant's working. Okay, it's working. We got a bunch of sulfur in there. So since since we have sulfur, I don't think that I made the chemical plant. We got to go to the chemical plant and make sure it's creating acid from that sulfur. I can't recall if we did that or not. Oh, production menu, acid. Oh, yeah, we do. We do have it. It's storing. I do believe it's storing. Water storing, yeah, so we want to change that to distributing. So far, most of my problems have just been distributing issues. I've only written down maybe like 6 little issues that I have to fix that I would like to make a little easier. You know, waiting a whole year to come back to this has been really helpful just now, I feel, because then I kind of have the mindset like you. Like, I don't know exactly what's going on with this whole mod. But we're sorting it out. With all the time involved and everything, kind of keep track here. It looks like we have enough of most things except for the furniture. I knew that was going to be a tough one because we got to actually go chop down some wood and stuff. I tried to incorporate everything that this game offers, as many things as you can, uh, like the wood and the fabric and the clothing. Guess we still have wood. It's just going slow. Giants as placeables are really super slow. I probably should have used the one that I made. Okay, I'm back now. Yeah, I did mute my mic. Sorry, buddy. I had to go pee. I don't know if anybody heard me say that before before I left. My apologies. I only expected to do this for an hour, not 2 hours, so the cup of coffee I had just really went through my system. My bad, guys. Let's see where we're at. We need some furniture, man. We need more logs coming in. The clothes thing, that kind of sucks. Maybe build another one of those to speed it up. This is painful because we do have. It's the fabric. The fabric's what's holding us up. I don't want to get another spinnery. I don't see any point to that. The fabric and the clothes, man, those are the. That's all the stock in-game giant stuff. That's painful. We still haven't got any furniture to come over here. It's because it hasn't gone very fast. I had that running on full speed the whole freaking time, and it only made that many. That thing sucks. Let's, let's see what my other one. Now I did add a. I did add a carpentry in here, and I bet you anything I sped up the production. Where do we put this? I don't really want to go very far. Running all the way up there is kind of a pain in the butt. We're just going to do it right here. Do it right here, and then we're going to go to decorations, landscaping, plant trees, and then we're just going to get a big old large spruce. Do some of these down right here. We're going to go check out that production point and see if I boosted the production levels, because, man, that's painful. I feel like it should be going faster. It's the production job right here. Now, is this one any different than that one? Oh yeah, look at that. The cycles per month is 1,200 versus 216. Yeah, way better. Way better. Okay, furniture, change our output to distributing. We gotta put a tree in here. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. That's right. Store wood. Yeah, let's do that again. Just me, or is this game kind of glitchy with this dang chainsaw? This is just a stock in-game chainsaw, but this is a pain in the butt to cut stuff with. I think this should be enough wood for us. Let's check this out. Manage our production point. Wood. I feel like there should be more wood in there than that. That one tree alone that we did up there was only that. Maybe the spruce just doesn't give us that much goodies. Whatever. You know, we're just going to activate this. The spinnery is not producing enough fabric for me to be happy. We definitely need to add a spinnery to this. I don't think I have one in here. Nope, we got the power plant, solar plant, water plant, roll casting, steel recycler, the MRF, cache for junkers, I-beam foundation, storage depot that holds all this junk, steel casting, consumer good production, tailor shop. I wonder if this one's better than... I can't remember. Did I place down the one from my pack? Is this one from my pack, or is this one from the in-game stuff. I don't know. We're gonna find out though. I don't have a spinnery though. We need to make a spinnery because that in-game one really sucks. Just doesn't produce enough. You know, if a whole month is considered a day in this game, if that's how you have it set up, like you should be cranking some stuff out in a month. If not, like I don't see how you're gonna stay in business. Fabrics distributing, distributing. Okay. Got another. We're gonna change that to distributing. No, I must have put down the one from my pack as well. Oh no, I did change it. This one's mine is the 40 fabric equals 20 clothes because 2 fabric equals 1 clothes. I just made it bigger. So it's actually the same cycles per month, but I doubled the quantity you get because this was painful trying to get all that stuff in there. So now we should have a fully working system, I think. We will go to, are we recycling? We actually are not. Are we recycling right now? Oh, fabric. Wait. That should be distributing. Why it's not going to the tailor shops. Something funky with these tailor shops. Or at least the in-game one. It's creating. Go up to our carpenter. That's making wood planks. Furniture, that's distributing. So I think now we can look at our T2. We're still running really short on cars and stuff. Or not cars, but clothes. We'll let the game catch up with that, and then so everything else that I've made is working. It's just the in-game stuff that I'm relying upon is going super slow. Like we can make T2 goods now if we just need a little bit of furniture. And then I have T2 goods set to storing, so we're gonna fast forward time, talk and chat. What's going on, guys? We're gonna let this run actually, and I'm gonna go show you. Let's go find something that looks cool. Have I added here? Well, we're gonna let that run for a little bit. Let's go look at the smokers. Probably looked at this yesterday, but or the other day when I streamed. This still is gonna get a lot of goodies added to it. Whenever I make stuff, I like to just have some placeholders. Oh, we were flying. I just had to turn it on. And then all around the map, let's buy the land really quick over here. Buy this land for some odd millions of dollars. Yes. So if you go under here, and I think it's tools. So buildings, tools, you'll see this farmland builder right here. And it will create you a floating dock. Where we go? Boom. A little close to where I wanted it done there, but so then you can have your own little floating island out here and farm, do whatever you want to do. I should probably make a smaller version of this because it's really big. And it's kind of hard once you go into the screen to see it, I would say. Because it's pretty big, and then it looks like it's underneath the water, which it is. And it cost, wow, it cost almost $500,000 to raise that ground up. That's crazy amounts of money. Got dark again. Yeah, you can build your own, like, some pathways or whatnot. Kind of make your own islands out here. So I know there is a ton of water on this map, but you have the option to build your own areas. check our production since it's been a whole day. Are we making T2 stuff yet? Still don't have furniture coming in. I have noticed it. I have to cycle it. If I cycle it, it seems to start actually distributing, because that's super frustrating. Clothes. We got some clothes coming in. It just sucks. Oh, how did we... I'm silly Colton. I didn't activate that. Didn't activate it, so it hadn't been doing anything the whole time. Look at all that fabric. It just blew up in there. That's crazy. Okay, so now we should be set on the clothes. Figured we'd have plenty of... That's kind of wild. It says 4 wood. If 4 wood's going to make a desk, that's going to make a lot of desks. Yeah. I think just cycling the distribution is what's going to do it. I think that's what the issue was. That's something to do with giants. That's a giants thing. Furniture. We're just waiting for that furniture to come in. Oh, and we're far ways away from here. T3 goods are going to be acid, steel I-beams, the small ones, steel rolls, and recyclables too, or T3. So in order to make each one of these consumer goods, you need to have the prior stuff. Or you know, when you go to make these T3, you're going to have T2 goods as well. We have a little ways to go, I guess. Still waiting on that furniture. I'm gonna let this cycle through a little bit. You want to go see what the atoll looks like at nighttime. I don't even know if it looks good over here. Oh, yeah, a little bit. Got unloading areas. I have a sign that's sideways. Whoa, that was kind of neat. Whee! Fix that. Put that on my list to do there. Oh. There's a hotel right there. It is dark. We could go stay in the hotel for the night. Gas island over here. Trust me, we'll get out of the night vision soon. I just want to kind of give you a little rundown of... Ooh, I wish I had some pretty bubbles to put in here. I love bubbles. Oh, bubbles, come. Some pretty bubbles.
Have you ever stopped and looked at all the pretty colors in the sky? I love pretty colors. So pretty.
He loves pretty colors. Oh, you guys let me have too much fun doing this. I guess we should pay our respects to Mr. Clean.
Oh, Mr. Clean, we seek your wisdom. Shine down upon us your excellent cleanness. Cleanse our holy minds. Make us free.
Alright. We have prayed to Mr. Clean. Hopefully the furniture has forwarded now. And we can go look at it. Let's turn our... Oh, that's not how you turn down the speed. Hopefully we can make T2 now. I guess if you're farming and you're doing all that kind of stuff, this isn't too big of a deal. I'm just super impatient. Consumer good 2. We still don't have furniture. Why don't we have furniture? There's a ton in there. You should be distributing. Look at you guys. Distribute. Move on with your life. If we deactivate and activate. I swear that is not me. Consumer good 2. We we got number one running just fine. You know, we're starting to stack up on everything else, but planks and wood. Distribute your furniture, you dumb thing. Okay, maybe we'll just activate it. Maybe that's what it is. T2 goods. Speed up time for just a second. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, it says missing materials. There we go. Now we're running. We have furniture. I think I dinked up because you have to actually have it running in order for it to distribute. Dumb Colton. Dumb modder. Dumb modder. Bad modder. Go to your room. Make more mods. Bad Lambo. Alright. I am happy. After 2 hours and 12 minutes, we are finally making T2 consumer goods. Yay! It took a while. Let's spawn one pallet. And then we're going to change our distribution to distributing. We're going to go up to our apartment complex here. And now we should be making recyclable T2s. Look at that. We've already been making it the whole time. It's storing it. Now it's just another trash can that spawns over there. But let's actually take that and change our output to distributing as well. Change that to distributing as well. So these recyclables should go to the MRF as MRF2 now. So we'll activate that one. Oh, we're getting really overburdened. That's okay, because the T2 doesn't, oh, it does make metal mixture. 600 metal mixture. We're going to sell some of these. Sell some of that stuff really quick. Same thing with the dirty rubber. And the broken glass. We're going to get very overburdened. I guess I should probably let this run for a little bit and see which one sells or creates more and then limit that one down. Have T2 in here yet? No, it hasn't. It hasn't came over yet. Apartment complex T2 distributing. I just double checking that because that was a ding ding earlier and I didn't do it right. We are making consumer goods level 2. In order to make that, we're going to need the steel I-beam small. So we need to go and the steel rolls. So we should set the steel rolls. We got to turn that steel roll back on. So large I-beams. We're not using the large ones. We're using this one. Instead of spawning, we're going to go to distributing. And that's all distributing. Steel rolls. Now we deactivated this one, but we are going to change it to distributing as well. And activate it. Plenty of city water, plenty of sulfur. That should open up our consumer good 3 now. Pretty sure that'll open this up for us. Recyclable T3s. And you get recyclable T3s from consumer good 2s. So once we have consumer good 2s coming in, then we'll be able to make our recyclables 3, which we're just going to go distributing now so we don't have to think around with it. Distributing. Man, hopefully you guys are following along with me. I'm kind of lost. I don't know what the heck we're doing. And we have consumer good T2s. That should be distributing. I feel like I need to refresh it for it to work. I don't know. I don't think that's a me issue. I don't think so anyways. It still hasn't gotten there. Priority 10. Out of space. Awesome. All right. It's cycled. I was waiting for it to cycle. Consumer good T2s should be now. Still waiting for that recyclable 3s. The apartment complex has consumer good 2s coming in now, and it does have recyclable T3s, tier 3s coming through very slowly. And then those T3s are going to forward to the consumer goods place. It's kind of a check. Let's hit activate. And all that stuff should be cruising in now. The acid and all that should automatically come on over for us. Where's the acid at? Acid is right there, and there's plenty in there. Not worried about that. We definitely want all these goodies to be cruising in right now. Gonna go forward in time just a little bit. And I think once we get T3s, the consumer good T3s made, man, that's gonna be the end of the stream. I only expected an hour, but then I think we'll be done with the scrap pack in all of its glory. All of its pain in the buttery. Need to make another tailor shop because this one sucks. It's super slow. Alright. Wonder if that gave us enough of a cycle. Are we making? We are making T3 consumer goods. Look at that. Yes. We're going to spawn one item. See what it looks like. And then we're going to hit it to distributing. Distributing. I don't think we can spawn an item. Okay. I want to use there's some yellow containers that I have. I want to use those for this, and just kind of, for the T1, the T2, T3, all have different big loading thingy-majiggies. But that should be all distributing now back to the apartment complexes. And it is. We're running T3 goods, so we have T1, T2, no T3 yet, actually. Distributing. Do we have T3 in here? We do. Pain in the butt. Consumer good 3. We have all that stuff. Running a little low on the I-beams and the steel rolls, but it is in there. And we are getting our T3 recyclables. These guys should be, and we are so close to being champions here. Once you get your T3s, you'll be able to sell those for government grants. Now, in a future update for the map versions for these apartment complex ones, these government grants are going to get you access to the president. So it's a fill type that you're going to take to like a silo that's going to lift up the gate, that's going to allow you to have access to a text or to a trigger that unblocks the doors. Kind of a complex little process I'm working on, but I am going to incorporate the government grant. There is another fill type on this map called chits. This is the currency of Atoll, and you're going to get that currency for helping out around the atoll with their residential areas. And I'm going to do the same thing with the smokers. They're going to have their own like faction rep type ordeal, if you want to look at it like that, for another game. And then you're going to use these 3 reps to gain access to the president. Let's go back to our production. Maybe it's gotten started. Still haven't cycled in yet. Man, painful. Come on. Cycle. I see you in there. Cycle for me. T3. Sorry about the cough. Okay, T3 recyclables got sent to the apartment complex. Sweet. Let's go for the apartment complex. Sorry, guys. I hope you're enjoying this. This is what a headache. Okay, government grant. It's running. We should be getting some money. Like all that should be selling. I do believe the government grants right now they're worth quite a bit. I can't recall exactly how much. But if you're using this before I update to the other one, in our top right corner, we're going to cruise for a minute, and we should see some payments coming in. I think I have those set up to a direct sell. Yeah, we had a little money come in right there. I didn't see it, though. Didn't pop up on the screen on what we got paid for. Or am I getting charged for stuff? I gotta pay attention. We're at 850, 137. This next hour. Oh yeah, we're getting paid. We're getting paid good. It's just not popping up. It's not showing me that we are getting paid, but we are getting paid. Does it say in here? September, October production costs. What do I have it listed under? Sold products. So that 1 month we made 1.4 million, or that's just this month so far, October. I guess we're gonna let a whole month go by. Let all that go by here. And guys, this is just one of many productions on the map. There's the whole anchovy, salmon, tuna, canned crab. There's that whole, and bait. There's that whole line. And then I have the crude oil side of things. And then we get into like the dirt, the sand, the gravel, and the gold nuggets to make the metal and the yellow cake uranium. If you guys like, I'll probably be on tomorrow again. And I think tomorrow we're going to try out the uranium ore and the uranium rods and the depleted uranium and see if we can get that to work flawlessly. It did in my testing on other maps, but now we got it inside this map. We need to try it on here, make sure there's no conflicts. So I haven't seen how much, we're in November. It's, okay, so consumer good palette 3 has a CPU mesh as well. CPU error. These are all, I must have just missed it when Giants did their update. I had to update like over 200 pallets, so I knew there was going to be some I missed it. So far though, like if you can look in the log here, besides the CPU mesh error issues I'm getting, like pretty solid, no errors, except where I was trying to figure out what production I was using. That's not really an error though, but there's another CPU error, not a big deal. Now that index one was from the house that's installed in the scrap pack, which I'm going to fix. So just one really detrimental error. Some changes that need to be made, but just error-free, I would say, for the most part. It'll still run with the CPU error. So the current version people have, it's not going to bother them at all. But I'm a perfectionist, and I don't want those errors in there, so we'll fix that. With November. Actually, let's go check out. We're going to wait till November's completely over, and then we want to see exactly how much money we're making off of this. Once we figure that out, then, man, I got to get off. I feel like a weirdo, been talking to myself in my room for hours now. I told my girlfriend, she came in, I'm like, I'm streaming. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, it's okay. I'm special. But that's the idea behind the scrap pack, guys, and I'm definitely down for adding more stuff to it, but as you can see, it's pretty complex. You know, I try not to get too crazy with it. It's going to get dark for a second. I'm going to let it get dark so we can see a full day / month's worth of income off of running it automatically like this. Once you finally get it all set up, like I said, you can manually go through and do all this kind of stuff if you want to. I know that's a lot of fun for some people, especially hauling the slag around. Oh yeah, I didn't even show you. This does. Oh yeah, it does. It did pop out. That is molten copper. Blast furnace. I modeled that from scratch. Hey Peter, you're just... Good to see you guys. Don't mind the darkness for just a minute. I'm trying to see a full day of money that you make off of selling government grants. See if it's worth it. It's a lot of work and it requires a lot of space. But it definitely adds some differenceness to it. So, okay, that's perfect. Let's look at our menu and see how much money we made. Wherever that is. Where's our ledger? Okay, so I would say we're making about 1.5 million off of 2 houses. Harvest income. I don't remember what harvest is. I must be selling something. No, I get it now. So we make about 3.1 million off of 2 residential complexes per month, all automated like this. And you could probably sell all the extras because a ton of these productions actually are loaded up with, I mean, look at all this stuff, 80, 90,000. There's a ton of stuff you could sell that might get overcrowded. So far, it looks like it's been cruising along pretty good. Our only hiccups is going to be the furniture, which in my next update, I am going to make a better one. Actually, this carpentry is not too bad. We're going to hit a wall here soon because we need more wood in there. So that might be the only thing you have to actually set up and do consistently is logging. So if you're big into logging, I think that's about the only thing you'll need to harvest. Everything else, for the most part, will come from the cars. The cars or the recyclables. See, these recyclables have a ton in there right there. See, we could definitely make another MRF that could do more. So you could expand upon this pretty good, I feel, and make a ton of money. You guys are funny. You guys talking about 60 years old is young. I'm only 35. you guys making me feel like a baby. Oh, too funny. All right, well, I think I'm going to be on tomorrow, guys, and on tomorrow I will be showing you this one. Oh, let's get off of there. We will be going over, let's change our... So pretty. This map has some killer sunsets. I don't know how I did it. It turned out really pretty though, and it's apparently it's still pretty little. It was still early in the morning. But I'll be going over this tomorrow. I'll probably do a stream tomorrow. This is the iron ore mine that allows you production into we'll take a look at this production really fast. So the steel production mine, you can make metal from lime, coal, and the iron ore, and you can make the metal drums as well. The metal drums you're going to need to do the uranium. I do have it set up to where this lime just constantly refills and constantly spawns right here. So you're always going to have access to lime. This coal always spawns and fills right here. You do have to manually load it though. There is no distribution on this one. Once you make the metal and you make the barrels, you can distribute them, but you actually have to come in here, grab the iron ore, which is thick in here. Like, wow, thick, right? Tons of it. I probably put too much in here. But you'll grab that iron ore. and you'll haul it out here, load it in here. Once you make your barrels, we're gonna run those up to the Mesa uranium mine. I'm really proud of this one. This one I feel good about. This one I put a lot of effort into and made it pretty awesome, I feel. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get here, though. We're just going to zoom up really fast. Right in front of me, there's that like mountain with a little building right on my cursor. You can see it. That's where we were just at with the coal and the lime. Well, you have to get those barrels all the way up this. Yeah, Mark, you could totally use the excavators for anything that will pick up a fill type, a bulk fill type, such as dirt, anything like that, will work perfect for all these fill types. But back to what I was saying, you got to go up this path here that drives up the mountain, around, and there's actually a backside road. And it's kind of rough right now. This section of the map was last minute thrown in like right before my update. So it doesn't have like the best detail. It was just kind of like, I didn't want to leave it bare, so I put something in there. But you'll come back around on this road, and then we will go inside. Let's do a quick fall. Whee! Kunk. You'll go inside the canyon mine here, which takes water, barrels, and uranium ore. Now I have found one conflict. If you're using RCG's mod pack, it installs fill types that are funking up my mods. So I do not recommend having RCG's mod pack on here because it injects fill types that are messing up the uranium ore. I have talked with Honor, and he said it is perfectly okay for me to convert over the mods that I want to use for the map. You know, not a big deal. He told me it was okay, so once I get some time, I'll do that. But if you do not use his mods, this iron ore will spawn in here, or not iron, this uranium ore. You can see a little green in there and stuff like that. This is all custom texture made, and you'll come in here and scoop it up using just a normal bucket or whatnot, and then you'll dump it in here. It's probably a little loud. You'll dump it in this bad boy, and it'll light up. You know, you got your work ordered. You got kind of goes in the spinner. I gotta jump. Let me jump. Did I turn it? Oh, flight mode was on. Too small. Comes in here and goes inside of that thingy. I did a whole bunch of research before I made this mod, and this is as accurate as I could get it. It comes in here and gets turned around with that. That's actually like jiggling around. No, Mark. Right now, so in order to use Terraform on a 16x map, you have to have a custom Terraform. If you use the one that RCG made, it will work on this map right now because this is a 16x map. So I don't actually have my own personal Terraform. I'm working with the other guys who usually make a lot of mods for that stuff, and I'm trying to convince them all to make one Terraform. So once this area is loaded and full of pallets, it actually will spawn. You'll get a few that spawn right there, so you can just drive a truck in, grab the yellow cakes. But if it gets over full, just to save you, it will actually spawn the pallets outside, and when they spawn outside, they'll drop directly into here, and then it'll store it for you. And then if you end up, you know, that way you don't get stuck, and you can just keep making more and more. And then when you want to go to spawn that, this works just like the normal one. It will spit them all out here on the side, but I added a lot more so you can do it. We can take a look at the production really fast, and then after that, I'm not going to spoil any more of tomorrow's stream. Here we go. Whew, 2.5 million, but this is good money. This is how you make power and all kinds of different stuff. We'll go in here. Yellow cake. Now you need uranium ore, that much, 1 barrel, and 300 water to do this. You can bring the water up here, or you can use distribution using that. Or the other method is to pay for electricity that just pumps water in. And once you start getting yellow cake, the yellow cake is going to be taken to the, you put your left foot in, you put your right foot out. It is going to be taken to Minor Delight uranium enrichment site, which you could put up here. This little guy. Enrichment facility. And then we have a reactor. I do have a 3D model that I've been working on for a while now. It's really big, but it's a better reactor. And this will create power and a runoff of depleted uranium. The depleted uranium I recommend putting inside the bunker, which this is a pallet storage, just like the other one, but it holds the uranium. And then from there, I don't know if I put the war in this one. Atoll oil mill, multi-fruit, chemical building. That's funny. That's a weird, my fuel rats has a weird icon. I need to change that out. I don't know if I loaded up my war. Commercial fishing, scrap pack, other sell points, military. Nope, I don't think I loaded it. Yeah, so tomorrow's stream I will load up my war pack and show you what to do with the depleted uranium after you've made it. Oh, and out here it'll spawn super large amounts of rocks. This is all irradiated tailings. Yeah. I think we're gonna end it on that today, guys. My hands are tired. Man, this is the longest stream I've ever done, I think. Well, no. Back when I didn't know what I was doing, I streamed a lot too. But this is the longest I've done in a while. So thanks for being here, guys. If you haven't already, hit that like button. And I'll see you later. Adios, amigos.